That was the best thumbnail I could come up with, guys. Don't judge me. I'll wait for a few people to get on here, and then I'll get started. This is going to be short, quick fire, rapid reaction to the vote on impeaching our president. So wait for a few of you guys to get on here. What's up, Joseph? Please give this video a like as well, guys. I appreciate all of you who have supported me throughout this journey that really our whole country is on. It's not just me. This isn't just my channel. It's your channel too. You know, a lot of things I've been able to do is because of your support. So for that, I'm grateful. I appreciate all you guys. Okay, so got a good little crowd watching. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, I want to react to the vote that took place yesterday on President Trump's impeachment. Now, nobody should be surprised at the outcome, right? Many predicted that it was going to be right along party lines. Democrats voting in favor, Republicans voting against. And I think the official numbers were like 230 in favor for and 197 against. Now, the one outlier is Tulsi Gabbard, who voted present, which that came as a surprise to many. But when you really think about it, it's not a surprise. I mean, I didn't expect her to vote in favor of it, but I just assumed that she would not vote party line one way or the other. So it's obvious that she voted, you know, present because she's running for president, and she didn't want to rock the boat with either side. So she thought that that was the best way to do it, when in reality it makes her look indecisive, because if she had voted in favor, then obviously she's towing that party line. But to vote against it would be career suicide because she's on the Democrat side. So nonetheless, they hate her 10 times more than they did before. But the fact that she didn't vote against it tells me she's concerned about what's expedient, not what's right, because she has said that it's damaging to the country. She said, I don't know if she's outright called it a hoax, but she definitely has criticized it. So why not just vote against it? Because voting neutral is the same. It's going to have the same reaction. She thought that by voting neutral that people are going to look at her and say, oh, well, at least she didn't vote against it, so maybe I'll still donate to her campaign. No, her career is done now, right? I mean, she wasn't going to be president anyway. But I don't want to spend too much time on Tulsi. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the results. Okay, so the results are in the House. 197 against, I believe, and correct me if that number's off. I believe it's 197 against and 230 in favor of impeachment. Now, I'm not surprised, but I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off. Not because I'm surprised, but because it's real now. It's official. And the reality of the situation galvanizes me, as I'm sure it does many of you. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, but I am pissed off so much. I'm just fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for whatever. You know, I'm ready not for Civil War 2.0. A lot of people have talked about that. I hope it doesn't get to that point, and I don't think it will, because the bottom line is he's not going to be removed from office. So all is well as far as Trump 2020. He's going to get reelected. It's going to be, hopefully, unless they cheat, which they will, but on paper it should be an absolute landslide. He should win states that aren't even in play. I would not be surprised if he wins. I think Minnesota's in play. I think he should win Minnesota, even though Virginia flipped blue for their governors and all their other random seats that they had open. I think states like Virginia are up for grabs, and even more so now that this impeachment thing has moved forward. But what pisses me off is the fact that this actually went through. And even though there were some Democrats who were against it, they didn't vote that way. It's crazy what we're experiencing right now in our country. This is insanity. We are witnessing a coup d'etat against a duly elected president. These people are insane. They are foaming at the mouth to govern us, to be in power. They don't hate Trump. They hate us. Trump is the one in their way. Trump is standing in their way of total tyranny. And so they will stop at nothing to destroy this man. Now, to get back to the impeachment and having it go into the Senate, you know, I'm confident that he will be acquitted, obviously. However, they're up to no good. We know how the Democrats play. We know how the left is. We know that they fight and play dirty. I expect all kinds of scandals to pop up for the Republican senators. I expect all kinds of intimidation, threats. You're talking about Antifa showing up at senators' doors, steps, and look what they did to Mitch McConnell. Remember that? They went outside of his where's his house, his mansion, wherever it was, surrounded his house. So I fully expect that to happen. I fully think that there's going to be a lot of leftist outrage. There's got to be a lot of pressure applied to these senators to make them vote to remove the president. Scandals like, ooh, we caught you doing this. Blackmail. You know what I'm talking about? The movie House of Cards, or the show House of Cards, that's a documentary. If you really think about it, it pretty much is a reflection of the reality in Washington, D.C., the corruptness, right? And I really do see a lot of shadiness happening, and it makes me nervous, right? Just to think about what could go on in the Senate before he's acquitted. Now, I've never experienced a president getting impeached before. I was a kid when Bill Clinton got impeached, so I don't remember what all went into that, how long it took. And I'm just kind of along for the ride. You know, I don't really need to look into what's the process, what's the next step. I'm just letting it unfold and reacting to it, right? So I really think that it's going to be a trying time for Republicans. They got to stand firm, right? We know that there's some rhinos. We know how Mitt Romney's going to vote, right? Mitt Romney only opens his mouth to criticize Trump. Mitt Romney might as well switch parties. It blows my mind that he was even reelected in Utah. I don't know why Trump even campaigned for the dude, because all he did is turn right around and stab him in the back like the rest of these milquetoast rhinos, these globalists. You know how John McCain would vote if he were still here. So we can't just bank on Republicans backing Trump. Some of them are going to put their career first, like Tulsi Gabbard did, like I just told you guys. Some people are career first. These politicians put their own interests first. That's why we need the small government, because people are always going to put their own interests first. So they're going to make business decisions, just like Tulsi Gabbard did. She didn't vote based on principle. She stayed neutral because she wants to be the president. She has her own agenda. She should have took a stand. If she really thinks that this impeachment thing is a hoax, she should have strayed from party line, which she halfway did. Right? Halfway did, because she didn't vote right along with them. But she should have voted against it. If she wanted to be president, that would have been her best chance, actually, was to vote against impeachment. Because whoever is going to be on the Democrat side has to win over Trump voters, which we all know that's not going to happen. I'm just spitballing. I'm just telling you guys what I think about it, right? So Tulsi Gabbard not voting against it ruins her career, when in fact she was trying to do it to save her career, but it's gonna backfire on her. I think the same thing is going to be true for Republicans. If there are Republicans that hold Senate seats in like liberal areas, I don't know how many they are, I don't know where they are, I don't even know if they are, but if there are Republicans that hold seats in Democrat or blue areas, they're going to get pressure to remove the president, to vote in favor of removing the president, or whatever the process is. I don't know if it's a vote in the Senate or what. I think it's a vote. 2/3, right? 2/3. Forgive me for not having 100% of the facts, guys. I'm just going with it. But I really think that there's going to be some blackmail of Republicans in the Senate. I think there's going to be some rhinos like Mitt Romney, who we already know how Mitt Romney's going to vote. I'd be shocked if Mitt Romney votes to not remove the president. That would blow me away. But because he likes to grandstand in Mitt Romney, he's going to vote to have the president removed. And I hope that Utah responds accordingly when he does. Take note of it, Utah, if you're watching, anybody from Utah. But how many other Republicans in the Senate are actually going to vote based on their career and not based on what's right? Not based on the fact that They're trying to overturn an election, and they don't even care if you know. They don't even care that you know that there's no evidence, minus those brainwashed people that were probably bussed in. I'm going to cover that in another live stream. Just stay tuned. But these protesters, they get bussed into these impeachment rallies that are put on by MoveOn.org, Soros funded, backed by globalist billionaires, shady AstroTurf organizations that are organizing all these campaigns. They're bringing people out to make it appear, because optics is so important, to make it appear that yes, America wants Trump removed. They got their liars in the media that are covering up all his wins, making it seem like every single day he's out here just wrecking shop, destroying the country. They want you to put stock into what you're seeing on TV and not what you're experiencing in your own personal reality. They want you to think it's raining outside, when in reality, you go outside, the sun is shining. But if you watch the TV, they make you think it is a pouring down thunderstorm outside. So I say all that to say, they're trying to manage the perception, to make it seem like Trump being removed is the most popular opinion in the country, when in reality, it's the exact opposite. It's always the exact opposite. Trump has more support now than he did when he won. He has more support today than he did this time last year. His support is growing like you wouldn't believe. And so they're panicking. They know that their only chance at regaining power is to impeach him. And so they're going to bring out their protesters. They're going to continue with what they're doing. And I'm going to be right there on the other side, calling it out, exposing it, talking about the corruption on the other side, blowing up the false narratives, confronting these people. I got patriots in Florida that back me, people trying to meet up, people have reached out. We're going to do this. We're going to win. We are going to win because we're on the right side of history. We have truth on our side. We have God on our side. We have reality on our side. This is the best president we've ever seen. Our economy's on fire. The stock market is soaring. Lowest unemployment for all minorities, women, everybody. Everybody's winning. The only people that are losing have vitriol and hate in their heart, and they need to reflect and go within and see what that's about instead of projecting it on everybody else. They try to control the narrative by using optics, bringing people in, bussing people into these protests so it looks packed. So it looks like people are unified in their message. In reality, what happened at that rally that I was at the other day was a grassroots effort. There might have been a few people talking about it online. There might have been a little, I think there was a local Brevard County Republicans for Trump or whatever group that said, okay, guys, they're protesting. They're going to go and do a rally for impeachment. Let's go counter protest them. Okay, but I didn't even know about that. I just went off of, okay, I see what's going on. I follow MoveOn.org. I pretend like I'm a member, so I get their emails and all that stuff because I want to know what's going on. And all I did was tell you guys about it. I posted it on my social media and I said, hey, let's go do this. That's grassroots activism right there. That's what I'm about. That's what I'll be doing. All over the state of Florida. I'm telling you, if Trump does not win Florida, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. Unless he wins some of these other states that aren't in play. I don't know. We'll see. But it's too much of a gamble. We have to treat it as if it's traditional. You got to win Florida to get to the White House. We have to do it. We have to do it. And, you know, I'm strategically placed right here, smack dab in the middle of the state. Orange County, where I'm at right now, could decide the entire election. Why? Because Orange County holds the highest number of Puerto Ricans per capita in the U.S. Well, why, Mike? How did that happen? Well, Hurricane Maria damn near wiped out that island 2 years ago. And a shit ton of Puerto Ricans have moved to this part of Florida. And Andrew Gillum, that guy, is getting all these people registered along with the ex-felons who just regained their right to vote. Right? Trump didn't win Florida by that much. The midterms were very close. Ron DeSantis won, but not by much. Rick Scott won, but not by much. So the margin of error is very slim down in Florida. So it has to be constant grassroots activism, flag waving, going to college campuses. I'm doing all of that in 2020. All of it, guys. And I can't do it without you guys' support. We're going to win this battle because it's the right battle. We're on the right side of it. We are on the right side of it. I'm going to be an old man one day telling my grandkids how I saved the greatest country to ever exist. The greatest country, the country where everybody can thrive, the country where you're free to do everything you want to do, including talk about how much you hate your president. You're that damn free in America. I'm trying to preserve that right. I'm trying to preserve the right for all of these leftists to continue going out in the streets, believe it or not, because I stand on principle, freedom of speech. You have a right to have vitriol and hatred in your heart. You have a right to do all that. I'm going to recommend that you find God and try to go love yourself. But at the same time, America is a free, prosperous country, and we're going to keep it that way. And that's why I feel so galvanized. That's why I feel so fired up, because now this thing is real. This is real, guys. Everything that the left stands for is satanic and evil. It's not even up for debate. It's not even something you can discuss with somebody unless they see it the way you do. Because if you still support the Democrat Party and you're pounding the pavement for them, well, you're either overlooking Satanism or you're part of it. One of the two. Or you just hate Trump that much, which again comes back to what's going on inside of you, that you can put the hatred for the president above what's right. Because everything the Democrat Party stands for right now is all downstream from culture. Culture. Politics flows downstream from culture. So what's going on in our culture? That's problematic. I don't know, drag queen story hour? That's problematic. Decriminalizing pedophilia and trying to normalize it as a sexual orientation? Oh, there goes my monetization right there. Don't care. That's problematic. Freedom of speech, First Amendment, Second Amendment. They want to overturn those like you wouldn't believe. They want us under a surveillance state. They've all but told you that. That's problematic. They brag about demographic changes. They want more people to come here from Central and South America. They're happy about it because if they can flip states like Texas, Republicans will never be voted in again. And then they'll have single party rule. How can an opposition party win when you convince everybody to come up here because you're going to give them free stuff, you're promising them health care, we're going to get you a driver's license when you get here, it's going to be nice and cushy, and we're going to make Mike and all these other bigots in America pay for it. All these xenophobes who don't want any minorities here, we're going to make them pay for it. We're going to tax the middle class out of existence until we create a permanent bottom class. So the rabbit hole goes so deep on this. It's deeper than politics. It's deeper than people's love for Trump or hatred for Trump. It's about principles. It's about truth. It's about freedom and liberty and prosperity. And everything we are fighting for is for the future. We have to get back control of the public education system. People need to be homeschooling. You hear that music in the background? That could be a setup from the left, remember? Whenever there's music playing, YouTube will shut it down. Copyright strike! You damn wrong thinker, you bigot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make this really short, guys. I just left Best Buy because what I found out, and I've known this for a while, is when I don't have a cameraman with me, it is so much harder to do what I want to do. So I went and got one of those tripods that I can attach my phone to, live stream it, set it up, and then I have my microphone and I can just talk. I'm thinking about doing some flag waving today. I feel like, because I just feel so fired up, I want to get my Trump flag, go post up somewhere and wave that bad boy and get people to honk. Honk for Trump, right? Because I'll see that as a vote. I just want that to be top of mind, that everybody supports this president, all walks of life, blows up the narrative, and who knows, maybe some patriots might join me. That's what it's all about. Grassroots activism, flag waving, campaigning, essentially. That's what I'm about. We're going to do some campaigning for Trump. We're going to campaign for this president. We're going to stand behind him the way he stood behind us. The only reason I'm sitting in this car doing what I want to do, living my best life, is because this president's in office. If he had not gotten elected, I might still be some corporate slave trying to climb the ladder. just in the rat race, just trying to make it, trying to survive, trying to get the promotion. Instead, I'm living my best life. I'm self-employed. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm happy. I'm free. The taxes are low where I live now. So many of my life decisions that have been revolution, whatever. You get what I'm saying. So many of my life changes and decisions have come since this president was in office. I've gotten closer to God. I'm happier. I'm healthier. Everything has just been amazing. I bought a house. I've had more money in my account than ever. You know, there's just been too many great things that have happened, and I don't think it's a mistake. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in divine intervention. And a lot of my message comes directly from the inspiration and wisdom that I get from God. And when I see what's going on in the culture that influences politicians to enact policies, putting Satan on the books into law, I have to speak out against it. They're promoting it. They're putting it in front of you. They don't care if you know, because they have people on autopilot. They have people brainwashed. They have minions out here pushing some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen or heard of in my life. They side with criminals. We're talking about criminals. It almost feels like our government is third world. Corrupt politicians whose only goal is getting elected and getting reelected. If there were ever term limits that needed to be enforced, it needs to be on 81-year-old Maxine Waters, 79-year-old, or however the hell old she is, Nancy Pelosi. All of these corrupt career politicians need to be voted out. Period. You need fresh perspectives in there. You need term limits. If you have term limits, people cannot make careers out of being a politician. They won't have to finesse their constituents into re-electing them. How in the hell are people in Maxine Waters' district still voting for her? What has that woman done for them? Nothing. I don't want to get off on a tangent, guys. I just wanted to give you my rapid reaction to this impeachment thing. I'm pissed off and fired up, and I'm ready to do something about it. So I don't know. I've tried to collaborate with some other YouTubers. They're hard to get a hold of, you know, whatever. I got you guys. I got amazing support. If you guys want to meet up, I'm not sure where I'll be, but I'm going to go mess around with this tripod, stand it up, get my microphone working, and I might go somewhere in Brevard today. Might go back to where I was the other day outside of Bill Posey's office and just post up in my MAGA gear and my Impeach This t-shirt. I might just go post up and just do that. I might do a live stream. I might pre-record it. I haven't decided yet. But thank you guys for all the super chats. Let me see who's super chatted me. I want to make sure I acknowledge those. I can't even click on it right now. It's not working. But I appreciate all of you guys. Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry, I can't always read you guys' chats because when I'm talking, man, I just get in the zone. But just know this, I do rewatch live streams. I rewatch the live streams and I read your comments, and I appreciate it. I know a lot of people watch me and support me from a distance. Like, they don't comment all the time. They don't donate. That's fine. I still appreciate you. I still appreciate your support. I think I have the best subscribers on YouTube because you guys have stuck by me through this garbage that they've put me through. We all know this channel should have at least 100,000 subscribers, at least. And I was on pace to do it until they intervened. My channel was growing at a rapid pace at the beginning of 2019. I was killing it. And then they slammed on the brakes. Anyway, Barbara, thank you for the super chat. Who else we got on here? Shout out to the moderators. I need my moderators. I might get some more moderators on here, honestly, guys, because every time that I've gone live in the past couple weeks, I haven't seen a lot of my moderators on here. And the reason why I need moderators is because that live stream, which I did rewatch from the other day at the impeachment rally, there was some trolls in there, big time trolls, talking about just crazy stuff that I don't approve of. I don't stand for. I think that they're trying to get the videos flagged so it gets shut down. And that's where I count on moderators to eat the trolls. Block them from the channel. especially if they're not contributing to the conversation. If they're just disagreeing, saying, oh, I don't like Trump, that's fine. They can stand there. But it's the people talking about Klan stuff and make America white again. Those people, they got to go. Sorry. You're not coming on my platform talking like that. And if I catch you during a stream, I will call you out for the troll you are, sitting in mommy's basement, keyboard warriors, virgins, piss ants, whatever. I'll call it out, but I rely on my moderators to do that for me. So I don't know where the moderators were on that last live stream, but they weren't there. Nonetheless, guys, I appreciate all of you. You guys are amazing. Best supporters I could ask for. Share this video. Get the word out. We are going to re-elect this president. It's going to happen. We're not going to sit down and take it. We're not going to take this tyranny, this corruption, this treason. These people are treasonous, Satanists, evil, corrupt people, period. And I'm not standing for it anymore. So I'm going to hit the pavement. I'm not going to be sitting in the house all the time. I'm going to be out and about all over this part of Florida specifically, because this part of Florida, the I-4 corridor, which stretches from Tampa, St. Petersburg, up I-4 through Orlando, through Sanford, and at Daytona Beach, I'm right along that area. That area could flip one way or the other, and that's going to determine the election, in my opinion, unless Trump flips California, flips, I don't know, some other liberal state that he's not supposed to win. He flipped the Rust Belt. Hold the Rust Belt. That's a given. He's got to do that. He's got to win Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. Flip Minnesota, we're good. Now we're talking. Minnesota, he lost Minnesota, but not by much. Not by much. And from my experience up there, there's a lot of the old school neoliberals up there, so they supported Hillary. A lot of Hillary supporters up there. Probably not as many Bernie supporters or leftist candidates, far left, socialists. So if it's going to be the Democrat frontrunner, the corrupt, sleepy Joe Biden, the criminal, kid-sniffing Joe Biden, they'll vote for him, but there's going to be a lot more people voting for Trump. But if it's Pocahontas or Bernie, then really, Trump's got Minnesota. I see it happening. But if it's the neoliberal old guard of the Democrat Party, right, then, you know, he may not win it. It may be a close, I don't know. We'll see. But Trump has to win Florida. That's all I know. Trump has to win Florida. And I'm going to do my part to make sure that happens. So with that said, God bless you guys. I got to get to work. We're going to make America great again. We're going to keep America great. And we're going to keep these ridiculous politicians away from power. And my final message is, you know, it seems sometimes we can get discouraged thinking, man, Epstein made it out. He got away. Whatever happened to him, he did not get justice, right? He did not meet justice. A lot of people who should be in jail, a lot of corrupt people, Jussie Smollett should be in jail. A lot of people are escaping justice because right now we have a two-tier justice system. And I just want to say that you may be able to escape justice, but you will not escape judgment. God bless you guys. I'll catch you in the next stream.